You know, when we think of Vikings, we usually picture raiders with horned helmets sailing longships across the open ocean, pillaging coastal villages in England and France. But what if I told you that some Vikings went a different way? They went east, deep into the heart of Russia. And what they did there is one of the strangest and darkest stories in history. These weren't your typical raiders. They were Norsemen, primarily from Sweden, and they called themselves the Varangians. They weren't just looking for plunder. They were looking for profit. They were traders who used the vast, interconnected river systems of Eastern Europe as their highways. They'd portage their longships overland from one river to the next, creating a massive commercial network. And as they traveled, they did something else. They built. Along these rivers, the Varangians founded cities that would become some of the most important in the region. Places like Novgorod and Kiev. These weren't just trading posts. They were powerful strongholds that controlled the trade routes. They essentially created a superhighway of commerce, connecting the furs and goods of the Baltic Sea to the rich, silk-laden markets of the Byzantine Empire in Constantinople. But here's where the story takes a sharp turn. As they grew in power and influence, the Varangians started to change. They began to integrate with the local Slavic populations. The most significant shift came in the late 10th century, when their leaders, most famously Vladimir the Great of Kiev, made a historic decision. They converted to Christianity. They didn't just adopt the religion, they made it the official faith of their entire realm. And this is the mind-bending part. These Norse warriors, once pagan raiders from the north, completely assimilated. They adopted the language, the culture, and the religion of the very people they had once traded with and ruled over. They became so integrated that their Norse identity eventually faded, and what they left behind was something far more significant than a few trading posts. They left behind a new state, a powerful confederation that would become known as the Kievan Rus. It was this kingdom, founded by Norsemen and shaped by Slavic culture, that would go on to form the foundation of modern Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. The Varangians didn't just trade on the rivers, they laid the groundwork for entire nations.